Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Talk Show. And I'm your host, Vince Kissinger, and I'm here. Welcome back, John Bones. Hey, I'm glad to be back. Alright, now, everybody, this is a very special day because our show is going to be advancing to one extra question. So we're going to be doing not just two, we're going to do 3 questions. Oh, yeah, I'm very excited about that. Okay, everybody, we got 3 of your questions that we're going to be talking about today, and I think this today is going to be it's going to be huge today. I think it's going to be huge because we got 3 big-time questions to answer. Yeah, I've been hearing, some of these questions could be suspicious, something could be outrageous, and something would be crazy. So, how you feeling ever since the last episode? Well, I forgot that we were about to go live, but I'm back. I'm glad to be back. Yeah, I was about to hurt you if you didn't even show when you didn't even show up. I was about to hurt you, but we'll get over it. But okay, everyone. We got 3 questions that we're gonna go over today on today's talk show. So, if you guys have any comments that you don't even like or what you liked about the show today, just go to the bottom of the page and comment it and tell us your thoughts. Alright, so today we're going to start on our very first question, and I think everyone's going to think it's a little crazy, but it's very serious because this is a question from Josh, and he sent me this question, and this is his question. Is there any right to ruin a wedding, like a friend's wedding, a family wedding, stuff like that, or like your family members getting married, your friends getting married? Is there a right to ruin a wedding? Oh, heck no. I would disagree with that because that'll be the wrong thing to do, because you could get arrested for ruining a wedding. It could be possible if they call the cops on you and all that. You might get arrested for ruining a wedding, but here's the situation. Hey, wait a second. I wasn't finished. Let me get inside your head, okay? Let me tell you what my advice is. If you want to ruin a wedding, you gotta have a good reason for doing it, but you don't have to approve to the bride and groom, or maybe the bride or the groom or someone at the wedding party has hurt you or seek for revenge or anything like that. You could be just maybe you should just feel like being a jerk for Christ's sakes. That's very reasonable. Let me add to this, but there's a lot of things that you could do to ruin a wedding, but I don't think it will be right. Just like me, I disagree with that, but there's only a few things that you can do to ruin a wedding, and if you really want to ruin it, there's one of the reasons that you could do is get drunk or act drunk. That's one thing that you could do, is like run around in the wedding, or like pick up a drunk girl who fell on her butt or broken an ankle at the reception or anything like that, or just act drunk but by swailing around, hitting on the bride's father, or trying to get some booty dance or anything like that. That's some things that you can do. But there's more than that, Vince. You can ruin the cake. That's another thing that you can do, is ruin a cake. But wedding cakes can cost over thousands of dollars, and the bride and groom tastes dozens of cakes before they decide for the perfect one. So it's completely gross if you do that.
Yeah, you can do that, but just like I said, you might get arrested for doing any of this stuff, but we are going to tell you some examples of what to ruin a wedding.
Yeah, that's what we're doing right now. Why you have to bring that up?
I'm sorry, I'm just out of it right now.
Okay, here's more reasons to it. You can cry loudly at being single. Like early in the wedding or something like that, if you sit on the floor, or brawling about how you're always being alone, or never find someone that loves you, or completely unfair. Make sure the bride and groom knows about this and have an awkwardly comfort you and make everyone else feel a little weird. You can do that.
Yeah, there's another thing that you can do. You can bring an uninvited date.
That's a biggie right there. That's a biggie. So if you should definitely bring a date, I really thought to surprise somebody with a sneak attack date. Like when there's no place card or plate for your date, you should act furious. You should bring someone that will determine to ruin the wedding, or a person that the bride and groom knows but decided not to invite, or a former flame of the bride and groom. So that's examples for that.
You can ruin the first date, the first dance.
Yeah, that's a very special moment for the bride and groom. That's very illegal. So you could get in trouble for that.
Yeah, but when it gets towards the end of the song or something like that, like at another appropriate moment, you should boogie down with the Mr. and Mrs. and hit the dance floor. Start dancing along with them. Bring your date and try some sexy moves out on the other wedding guests.
Oh my God, man! Why you have to bring that up? Oh my gosh! And here's another thing you can do: is change the music. There's a lot of things you can do to change the music. The bride and groom probably spent hours picking the perfect playlist that will please all their guests. So if you're in the mood, there's some things that you can do is like confuse the guests and just make everyone stop dancing. Go to the DJ and make a special request. And you can do that. Like request hip-hop, you can request dance, you can know some songs that people don't even like. You can do that.
And how about hooking up? That can work out too.
Yeah, lots of people meet at weddings. They can fall in love there, but they can usually it's not so many. But exactly where they came in or whatever, like the drunkest guest at the dance party or whatever, sitting down, started getting down at the dance floor, or anything like that, you can hook up with someone in the wedding and all that, and just have a little fun or whatever.
And also, there's a lot of other things that you can do, is like do something to the bride. And it's actually spill something on the bride.
Oh my God, John, I should not forget that. Where did you come that up?
Well, I remember this one time that this one girl, one friend of mine, she brought a Coke or something, or red wine or whatever it is, and she will congratulate the bride, and she will lean to give her a big hug and say, "Oops!" Splash the entire glass or drink on the wedding dress.
Oh my God, that must have destroyed the whole thing, did it?
Yeah, it did. It destroyed everything, and it was a bad sight.
Okay, and here's some more advice, is that you could be a photographer. You can take as much pictures as you can during the ceremony, get close to the bride and groom as possible, and And make sure to turn on the flash when you start taking as many pictures as you can and get in a way to be a professional photographer. So be a photographer will be and all that.
And also they can try to get the bride and groom to talk about the divorce.
Oh yeah. Telling everyone who will listen, 40% of the marriages end in a divorce. Get really excited, and they can even write this on a poster or hold it up during the ceremony as they feel like it.
Yeah, something like that.
So that's a lot of things that you can do to ruin a wedding, and also you can ruin the ceremony. You can act drunk. You can draw attention to like coughing fit, scratch your butt, pick your nose, pick out a mirror or fix up your makeup or whatever. Use your phone. Bring your phone. There's a best way that you can ruin a ceremony is you should loudly cry out and give a dumb reason. Like, for example, Susie, you and John will never make it last because you are allergic to mustard.
Oh my God! Is that the best you could do?
Yeah, that's the best thing I can do. I'm trying to act like somebody that is crying out for a dumb reason. And be really serious when you complain that, and you try to cry a little to show how much you mean it. That's those things that you can do to ruin the wedding. That probably might be much it, do you think?
Well, they can make it an appropriate speech.
Oh man, they can do that too. There's a lot of things you can do is ruin a wedding and all that. It's crazy, man. There's a lot of things you can think of. There's a lot of things. So I think that covers that. Do you think?
Yeah, I think we covered it. And I can't believe how long we went on this question. It was about 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. But I don't think it was 12 minutes that we've been talking about this, but it's been a lot of time since we spoke.
Yeah.
So I think we should go to the next question. Do you think? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Our next question is this is a question from Terry, and this is his question. Why is American football the best sport in the world?
Are you freaking kidding me? Is he serious about this?
I think he is really serious about this.
Wait a second. Let me tell you something here. American football is not the only best sport in the world.
Hold on a second, okay? John, hang on a second. There are reasons why the people in the world says American football is the best sport. You want proof?
Yeah, I want proof. Do we have proof?
Oh, yes, we do. Okay, here's the number one reason why it's the best sport in the world. American football is the best sport in the world because of tailgating.
Oh my gosh, are you real serious about that?
Yeah, if it's rain or shine, day or night, hail or sleet, it doesn't matter what the weather is. Of course not. It doesn't matter what the weather is. Tailgating is all about having fun, no matter what Mother Nature throws your way. And there's a lot of dozens of drunk people who have only partying and football in their moods and their minds.
Yeah, that's really true.
And also, you can play football with strangers and have your own tailgating bowl. That's the best thing about that.
Yeah, that's really true. I think I got one. How about Cinderella stories?
Exactly. Cinderella stories, exactly. Take, for example, Kurt Warner. He's a former quarterback of the Arizona Cardinals. When he said that he was, crap. I forget what my example was, but let me tell you this. Cinderella stories are seen throughout all sports, but football has some really good ones that the fans could truly identify with. There's a lot of Cinderella stories that went on with football.
Exactly, especially with Tom Brady winning his sixth What am I talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Just like we said that we're live, so anything can happen. So the NFL is shrunk full of Cinderella stories that we all know and love. So there's so many stories that we can think of. Okay, and also the other reasons why is the chess match.
Chess match? What are you talking about?
Nearly every football fan thinks he or she can coach a team. But part of the reason is that it's 32 people in the entire world that is in a coaching require so much thinking and only the truly gifted can do it. Honestly, what fan doesn't like seeing the wrinkles that a defense installs after halftime to stop an opposing offense? Or, like, coaching a game of chess, it's considered the game strategy. It's fun to see how coaches strategize to get their upper hand each and every week, no matter what sport requires so much thinking.
I think I can find out what you're saying about that. And also, there's a lot of rivalries in football.
Exactly. Just like, for example, the rivalry between the Yankees and Red Sox. But that's baseball, though. Just like Blackhawks and Red Wings, that's hockey. And Celtics and Lakers, basketball. But there are so many football rivalries like Packers Bears, Raiders Steelers, Redskins Cowboys. You can name a few. Especially the big time rivalries of Steelers Browns and Steelers Bengals. They're the battles of the AFC North. Just like the 49ers and Saints, they're a big time rivalry.
Oh yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot around this world.
Oh yeah, and especially the Raiders and Chiefs. Those are the big time rivalries. So that's the biggest of that. Rivalries bring out the best in both teams to an extent that what the feelings of the playoffs atmosphere. That's what it feels like.
And also, every play involves someone getting into a dogfight.
Especially that. There could be a lot of fights going on with the rivalries. Just like I've seen a few games this year, and it was the Steelers and Browns. They got in a few times. They almost clenched to each other when, you know.
Yeah, I can tell what you mean. I know what you mean. But there's a lot more things. How about defensive excitement?
Especially that. Most people say that the offense wins games, but defense wins championships. Do you see the meaning of that?
Yes, I do.
And that's a biggie right there. Okay, there is no sport in defense more than football. And it's like basketball for blocks, baseball for diving catches. There's no sport that can match football for overall defensive excitement. Because the offense is and always will be the king. But the defense of football can guarantee just as much as the reaction as a touchdown and long pass can. Defensive touchdowns are among the most exciting plays in football. And there is nothing that jacks up a team collectively like a monster hit.
Yeah, exactly that. And also they can impact the game in such a strong way for a reason. That's why it makes football so exciting.
That's true. And also, how about fantasy football? There's a lot of people logging in online to play the fantasy football.
Yeah, they pick their favorite players for their team and all that stuff, and they watch every single game every week. They watch football every week to watch their favorite football players.
Exactly. So, the fantasy football should be the only reason you should know why fantasy football is important. Football gave birth to, I don't know about that, but fantasy football is no longer just a hobby. It's like try to win $1 million, like something like that, just by giving a life simply because football exists.
Yeah, exactly. So Is that there any only really any other reasons why football is the world's greatest sport?
Well, here's other things. The Super Bowl. That's the biggie.
Oh yeah, the Super Bowl. I almost forgot about that. I know about the NBA Finals is the best of 7.
And the Stanley Cup is the best of 7.
And the World Series is best of 7.
But the Super Bowl is the game that defines the term no tomorrow. It has been considered a national holiday for ages.
And also, families across the nation watch the Super Bowl. It needs 2 weeks of media courage to pure the kickoff in order to get all the information needed to inform the public.
And also, commercials are classic. The halftime shows are epic. And also, more food is consumed on Super Bowl Sunday across the nation on Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah, the Super Bowl between the Packers and Saints, they drew in 111 million viewers nationwide,
especially, and that was for that example, Super Bowl 45. It had almost 111 million viewers. And you're wrong about the teams, though. Those are not the teams that was on that.
I'm sorry.
Well, you're forgiven, all right? So, Super Bowl 45, they had almost about 111 million viewers nationwide. It was the most watched television program in U.S. history. Seriously, can any sport compete with that?
No.
Okay. Alright, I think we covered why football is the best sport in the world, so let's get to our final question, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a question from, Brittany. And this is Brittany's question. What does people see in professional wrestling? What does people see in professional wrestling?
This is another crazy question, but everyone should know it's fake, but doesn't make it any less entertaining? No.
Okay, hang on, John. Hang on. I know you're getting tempted over this, but let's get real with this. Professional wrestling is a sport, but wrestling is entertainment at its very best. It contains all impacts of almost every other entertainment medium. Do you want to know them all?
I would like to know more of them.
Action, drama, humor, love stories, betrayal, overcoming, and fantasizing, or whatever it is. Obstacles, pain, physical, joy, happiness, family issues. That's what makes professional wrestling all entertaining.
And I know everyone says that WWE World Wrestling Entertainment is fake,
but what? Let me tell you this, Sean. Have you seen any shows that are real? What shows do you watch that are real? There's hardly anything, but except for reality shows like Survivor, stuff like that. That's real, but what about the other shows? ER, The Simpsons, Law and Order, stuff like that. The most successful shows of all time. Are they real? No. They're entertaining. Yes. But some odd reason, some people in the 70s and 80s thought wrestling was real. But it was not until Vince McMahon broke the fourth wall to acknowledge openly that it's all scripted and set up in advance.
And also, as a person who trained for years in martial arts, they could always tell those people were not fighting the way of a real person will fight.
Exactly. I still love wrestling to this day. For the rich, over-the-top characters, the experience, and being able to go and sit within yards of your favorite my favorite superstars, and and watch them perform their craft. Most of all, their spirit. That's the reason why I love wrestling. I've been a huge wrestling fan ever since I was a kid, and I thought it was real also. But then until I grew up, it was fake. It was all scripted. But I love it no matter what. It is entertaining, and they put their bodies on the line, and they spent years training, and they have a lifetime experience. And
What was you about to say?
and what entertains us, it sometimes tears their bodies apart. So I cheer for them. I believe in them, and I sometimes just leave the actions to them. But I do them also because how much I love wrestling. That's just me. I love doing wrestling moves. I love to do my wrestling shows. I like to do that. I love to entertain the world. That's part of my entertainment.
Exactly. I know what you're saying about wrestling, but let me see. To anyone, it has given pro wrestling a chance, but does not find it entertaining. But I give them credit for giving it a chance. But watching but the people who lets everyone know when to watch wrestling, but they don't know what they're missing.
But let me see this. Let me tell you this. For closing, right before we close here, I would like to say to all the fans of pro wrestling, know that what I'm talking about is that there is an unnecessary, and sometimes it's just who watches WWE and all that, and simply for the fun of it, or those fans have held true to their benefits and continue to support their favorites in the ring. On one side note, and I would like to say that that pro wrestling had celebrities coming in, and also celebrities getting into it, actors getting into it, actresses, music stars. That's part of celebrities. But a lot of people loves the WWE. It is $1 million company, and I loved them ever since I was a kid. And it doesn't matter if wrestling is real or fake. I love it no matter what, because wrestling has been around ever since 1920. Well, I don't think it was around then, but I think it was around
1960. Do you think?
I don't know, because WrestleMania has been around for only 30 years. So it would have been it probably might have been 1960s or whatever. I think it was around then.
Yeah, I think it was around then, 1960, when wrestling started.
So that's what I see. That's what I see about people watching pro wrestling. So I hope everyone enjoyed our episode today, and we just went over about 30 minutes or so. And I hope you enjoyed our today's episode, because we talked a lot. So if you liked our answers of is there a right reason to crash a wedding, why American football is the best sport in the world, and also what does people see in pro wrestling. So if you like our answers, please like our video or whatever. But if you have an opinion or a disagreement with what we say on the live show, just feel free to comment right in the bottom of your screen and let us know what you think. Okay, everybody. I think as our time's up, and I'm Vince Kissinger.
And I'm John Bones.
We'll see you next time on the Kissers Talk Show. Bye-bye.